So what is the main problem for any business owners? That we are in completely in denial of our mistake. Hello everyone and welcome back to Imparables, one more episode. And what will we talk about today? We were talking about identifying your mistakes and how does that work, why we should do it, and when we should apply those mistakes that we have passed or those lessons that we have learned in the future of our business. So if you like our content, please don't forget to subscribe. Put the thumbs up if you like it, put thumbs down if you don't like it. But let's see. So the best way to develop a new business is to identify your mistakes. Right? If you identify your mistakes or what lessons learned, you actually can grow better in your business and your next business plan for the next year or for your next quota. So what we're talking about today is about how to identify those mistakes, how to identify things that didn't serve us, then now we can use it not only to not do it again, but even better, so we can actually use those mistakes to pull us forward. So what is the main problem for any business owners? That we are in completely in denial of our mistake. We think most likely when you're being successful or you have some success and you just want to be better, that you know everything. And the best way to identify those mistakes is to trust in your team and give the opportunity to your team to look outside of what are you doing, to create that space in which you can get a really healthy feedback in how you guys have to move forward. The big problem that we have is that we don't like to listen. As a business owner, we don't like to listen. We think we know everything and everything is right because we think we know. And the ability that we have as a business owner, as a leaders, to be able to work with people that one is more smarter than you, is much better skills in certain areas than you, and you can listen to them, is a way that we're going to be able to actually work together and identify those mistakes, those projects, those decisions that haven't gone in the right way, in order to actually use it to accomplish and to advance and to create great achievement. The best way to create that I found, or one of the best ways, is to actually do a debriefing process. The debriefing process of every single project that you have, every single accomplishment, every single task. Like if your task is to record a video, do a debriefing process after the record a video. What went right, what went wrong? Did I accomplish what I wanted to? I didn't? If you're gonna have a post, or start a trend in your social media, after a while, do a debriefing process. So those things actually help you a lot to realize. But the most important, what I'll see, is completely be aware of the results. Be present in the situation. As more aware as you are, the more understanding in problems that you have, you can more deal with the uncomfortable, more comfortable it's going to become. The problem is we don't realize mistakes because we want to avoid the uncomfortability. We want to go always where comfortable is. And the best place to actually start achieving those projects and those goals and those advances that we want is actually creating those opportunities in which hard conversations are there or completely uncomfortable situations comes, that we can actually be in a calm, completely sense. So going back to what I said about debriefing process, that's the best way that you can record those mistakes. Create a way, if you do planning, so you're doing your rhythms, and you're doing these weekly planning meetings with your team, so create the space in which you can actually analyze what was going on. Make sure somebody is there recording that debriefing process, and everybody have an intake to it. Everybody have to have a saying Everybody make a table with is rankless, blameless, and completely selfless, right? They are all for the business, and they are actually trying to do better, and they can look at you like you can look at them. So if you're the business owners, one of the biggest lessons that you're going to create is the fact that one of the best culture skills that you're going to have is the ability to, if you listen to others, they're going to listen to each other. And then when they work in teams, and when your teams work together, they be able to have a healthy feedback that is completely honest, but most important, that the intention of that feedback is actually to do better. Just remember when you were little and you have your coach for the sports that you actually play. In those times, the coach is not there to actually make you feel bad. The coach is there to actually make you improve, make you realize of your mistakes and give you the feedback. Feedback is destined to actually improve. Feedback is destined to actually you go better. But if you don't have anyone, you have people around and nobody's telling you anything because they don't feel safe to actually be able to communicate with you, you are creating an environment that is a dictatorship. You create an environment that if the mistake comes and you're trying to blame everyone, it's never going forward, and you're never going to admit it. So we are not going to go anywhere where we want to go. If you are a single entrepreneur, you're a single business owner, you are like a videographer, if you are a tax preparer, if you are a, let me see, painter, or a IT or a web designer, how do you realize your mistakes? Ask your clients. That's the best way. Hey, how do you think I'm doing? Is anything that I can improve? Is anything that you will see I can do better, I can improve? And I want you to be completely honest with me and, throw it out there. Please tell me, how can I be better? How can I serve you in the highest level? Ask the best people that is paying you. They already pay you. Ask them, hey, how am I doing? What should I do better? Where should I put? Maybe you are not having. Maybe they are feeling that you're doing the job, but they don't have enough. You're not having enough time for them. Maybe they are feeling that you're not putting all of you to them. And then when they tell you, you don't take it in the wrong way. You start the debriefing process. Say, why is he saying that? What is the truth in that? Don't close yourself. Listen. That's the best way for all single entrepreneurs out there. Now, the part that is really, really important is how do we turn those mistakes or those lessons? Now, every mistake that you think is a mistake, or everything that you go wrong, it has to be a lesson learned. It's three questions that I ask when I messed up, right? How is this helping me? How is this going to help me in the future? And how is this making me better? Right? How is this helping me in the future? How am I going to make better decisions? And how is this making me smarter, faster, better? You ask those questions, every mistake you make is not going to be a mistake, it's going to be an opportunity. So try to make those mistakes or those things that you think you're wrong in opportunities. Try to make that with your team. You have a team of 3, 4, 5, 20 people. Take those things that didn't went right in your perspective and make it an opportunity for learning. Making an opportunity to own it. Right? Take ownership of those. Like if you want, it's an excellent book called Extreme Ownership. Jocko Willink actually wrote it. And read that book, man. It talks to you about how everything is your responsibility. And once you take more ownership or the decisions that you make and start blaming everybody else, more capability you have to actually advance. And more as a business owner. So what I want to say is, try to take that space, right? Try to bring that space in which you can turn in a healthy way. That's a key word. Healthy way. No blaming. No judging. In a healthy way, those mistakes in opportunities. One of those mistakes and opportunities, write down the list, right? And check what can you do to later in the next project make it a goal, make it a great opportunity. Like if your sales funnel didn't went right, or didn't acquire what you wanted. You do the debriefing why it didn't went right, and then in that, when you find that mistake, let's pretend I didn't have my landing page set up properly. So my next goal is, let's have a double check in that landing page. So you have a goal in your process to create a funnel, right, in which you use a prior mistake as an opportunity. So write it down and create a goal towards, or an extra step in that process. just to end, remember that every single mistake that you make, every single decision that wasn't serving you that you make is totally an opportunity, and sometimes it's really hard because emotions comes and lows. But when you are completely neutral in your emotions, you'll be able to see how the opportunity can become a great, not only decision, but a great way to advance and actually to move forward. I hope this episode really empower you to actually keep going and to don't look at mistakes in the perspective. Remember, mistakes is only about perspective. It's about things that serve you, things about not serve you. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about is serving my business or not serving my business. So I hope this really episode empower you and help you go to the next level. Please subscribe, share the content, go to our social media. You can now listen in your car, in our podcast, and we see you in the next episode of Imparables.